Hey guys, this is Brandy from Ancient Knowledge, and I wanted to go over a fairy tarot's card with you. This is by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine, and it is a beautiful, beautiful deck. This has 78 cards. A lot. Very good deck. So I'll go over some of the cards with you guys. It's absolutely beautiful, and you can buy this on Hay House. I believe until today there is a 50% off on their decks through Hay House, which they do that a few times a year. And I believe this deck is going to be worth some money one day because Doreen Virtue no longer sells, she's no longer making these or sells the decks. And there's a lot of controversy on that, but some of her decks are already going for a lot of money on eBay because they are no longer in production. This would be a perfect chance if you were a oracle or tarot card collector or even a fairy collector to get your hands on this before it goes up, because the price right now is really good. And I think they were sold out, and they're not bringing any more of this back on Amazon when I checked. They just had third seller options for, I believe, used decks. And they were going for actually more than the new decks on Hay House. So grab these because once Hay House sells out, they won't have them back in stock. You have a really thick guidebook. It's absolutely beautiful. It's this whimsical. I love the colors. It's like this teal, mystical purple. It gives off this sort of vintage wisdom, whimsical feel. I absolutely adore it. So you probably don't want me to go over all of the cards, but if you do want to see a walkthrough, I'd be more than willing, but I'm going to definitely show you some of my favorite cards. There's so many, though. It's hard to choose. I like every card, honestly. I mean, it's really hard to pick. Like, I want to pick all of them to show you guys. It's just really pretty. So there are suits, just like in tarot. So you have, like, autumn suit. And everything is like, a lot of things are based kind of like on, autumn themed, and then there's winter, which is very wintry cards. There's spring and summer, very summery cards. Just really, really beautiful and gorgeous cards. So hold on just a second here. Let me grab up a few of these. It's hard to pick. I'm like grabbing all of them. It's so hard, without trying to make this really like a large drawn out video. It's so hard because I like every card. Like, there's a Hermit card, there's Priestess, there's Justice card, there's, like I said, Winter, like the High Priestess, 8 of Winter, 3 of Winter, 2 of Winter, 1, 2, all the way up in the winter suits. Princess cards, Release, Renewal. There's a Chariot card, which I love. There's an Empress card. So a lot. There's even one called Ego. So there's a lot in here that's like, tarot. There's even a Magician card. I just love every card. These are absolutely gorgeous. Just absolutely glorious. I love, love, love these. And there's different diversities in this deck as well. So absolutely love this deck and would definitely recommend it to everyone. No, it's hard to pick. I've just picked out like half of the deck to show you guys, but let's go through some. So the Princess of Spring, and it has at the top optimistic, enthusiastic, creative, energetic. It's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. I'm trying to get it. And these are so much prettier in person, I have to tell you. The Magician. The 10 of Summer. This creature reminds me, what is his name on Never Ending Story? But it's got like the wings, like almost like fairy wings, like mystical wings. This is so cute. And there is a couple playing like a instrument. There's a couple sitting down playing it. Absolutely beautiful cards. 6 of Summer. Boy and a girl playing. Ace of Winter. So this, I wanted to show you a variety. So this is one of the winter suits. All of the winter suits are very, very wintry. So there's like this white, beautiful white tiger, and it's the beautiful fairy. A card called Ego. The Chariot. I really love this dragonfly chariot. This chariot, it's like dragonflies are pulling this chariot, and there is a beautiful fairy in the background. Very whimsical. Renewal. 3 of Winter. So this is another winter suit. They're all very wintry. Like there's white tigers and brown bears, and this looks almost like Santa Claus, but I love the winter suits. They are absolutely beautiful. So the winter suits are very, very pretty. Let's see if I have any more winter suits in here. Like this 2 of Winter is the one that's not snowy outside, but it's 2 of Winter. It's still really pretty and mystical. So I'm going to get into Autumn. 7 of Autumn. Look at that big pumpkin. And he's like eating some pumpkin. And look how pretty his wings are. They're just really, really like this really pretty fall card. I love these cards. They're just so pretty. Strength. But with a lion, absolutely, lions are very strong. 9 of Spring. Lions symbolize strength. So 9 of Spring. Queen of Autumn. Queen of Autumn. 5 of Winter. So another very wintry card. 4 of Summer. So this is from the summer suits. Queen of Summer. I just love the sunflowers. So pretty. 7 of Spring. 9 of Autumn. I say autumn, but maybe say autumn. 7 of Summer. Magical Rainbow. Love that. Love it. 10 of Spring. I just love her outfit. Just this very, very vintage feel to this card as well. 8 of Spring. I love her outfit. It's just like made with these like leaves, plants. The Hermit. 6 of Spring. Look at this pretty card. The Awakening, which I really like because it reminds me of the Hermit card. There is a yin-yang symbol up here at the top. I think this is bright. There's like the sun illuminating from his head, like he's becoming awakened to whatever it is. And I just really love this card, and I'd like to read this. Change the way you're looking at a situation. Embrace your uniqueness, a temporary pause in the action. There's also a lot more you can read besides this, because there's a lot in the guidebook as well. Imagine how beautiful this would be without borders. But, you know, these cards were made a long time ago, or I don't know how many years ago it was made, but a lot of back then. Now they're starting to make more borderless decks, but well, back then they didn't have as many borderless decks as they're making now. King of Spring. Innovative, inspiring, wise, and theatrical. That's what it has at the top. And Queen of Spring. Brilliant, loyal, talented, and friendly. Then it goes in at the bottom too, and it has some passages there. The Lovers. So I absolutely love this deck. Let's see if we can go through a few more. It's just really hard to pick through some of the cards to try to show you the best, because what might be the best for me might not be the best for you, because we all have favorites. And here's the Wheel. It's like the Wheel of Fortune card in Tarot. Unity. I like all of the cards. I mean, how do you pick? I think this balance is very, very pretty. I think these cards are just, there's not one that like I could pick a favorite. Nine of Summer, I really like this card because it is like this grandmother doing her granddaughter, or maybe a mom doing her daughter's hair, or putting her hands on her shoulders, and just very pretty. And I could read this card if you would like. I'm trying to get it to focus in more, but it's really pretty. Just reminds me of my mom doing my hair. Wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time in life. So yes, but there's all of the winter suits. 9 of winter, 2 of spring. I mean, how do you pick cards? I mean, they're all beautiful. Like, how do I pick the best one? Here's really good. This is just showing you some of the diversity as well. Another favorite card, I like the 3 of spring. She's so pretty. And of course there is a 3 of summer. I mean, they're just all pretty. Prince of Spring. He's like a Prince Charming riding on this big old bunny rabbit in spring. How fun will these be to use in the different seasons? I mean, seriously, like 10 of winter. I love how they did this card. I think Doreen Virtue, she really had, you know, she really did a great job with her cards. And I think beyond all of the cards, it's the 8 of winter. What I like about her cards, and I'm going to tell you something different that I like about these cards, and I think it should be known, like, I found these to be really accurate. And the one thing that I didn't believe when I drew was, like, I got the windfall of money, like I was going to be getting money. I don't really have any cards that really tell me that. I have some cards that could be used, like Wisdom of the Oracle. You can read it in a relationship. You can read it in a finance or prosperity meaning. You can read it as simple, which doesn't tell you about either. But what if you're not even asking? What if you're saying, hey, how's my week's going to go or my month's going to go? You kind of have to just kind of, it's harder to kind of read through. This card makes it easy because, and I have several decks. This was the first deck that actually I drew, and it said money. I had 2 cards that told me money was going to come in. I was like, I don't know if these resonate with me. I was like, the stressful situation that I asked about, it resonated with me. But I didn't believe the other. But I found out I'm going to have a check coming in, a government, IRS, that extra check that they're sending for this coronavirus situation. So I found out I'm getting that check. And it's going to be a substantially large amount that I wasn't expecting. I think it was like $1,200. And then an extra $5, I believe. I have to check into that. But to me, that's a substantial amount for me. I mean, I was not expecting that at all. And I'm like, oh my God, these cards are true. Like, I wouldn't have believed that, because where's the money going to come from? So, yeah. My mom's already passed, and I've already lost a lot of family, sadly, and it's hard to believe. So this has been like one of the most accurate decks for me. I'm very, very, I've had some other decks tell me some things, but they haven't really told me much about finances, except for tarot. Now, so this one really is similar to tarot. At first, I consider this to be more like Oracle. Like Ace of Autumn here. This girl is so pretty. It's hard to even see until you get up close. Let me see if we can focus in. She is so pretty. Her smile is so pretty. But I really do find it, because at first I was thinking this is more like Oracle cards. And it is a lot of ways like Oracle cards. But it definitely has some tarot features as well. Like, it's more detailed than a lot of Oracle cards, because it has specific things like relationship. That's good. It has specific finance cards, and it's not just one finance card. It has several that you can pull for finances, like loss of money. That can mean loss of money, inheritance, money coming in, job. It just has so much of a variety in the 78 cards. I mean, you have anything you can basically need from this deck of cards. 5 of Autumn. You literally have so much that you can go on from this. And where my other cards really haven't helped me, But it would be more specific if I would have asked specifically about something for finances. It might have helped me more. But even when I did and I looked into it didn't tell me much. So I really feel like Doreen Virtue's decks are very, very special. I feel bad that she no longer makes these decks. And it kind of saddens my heart a little bit because and this is the first deck I own by her, but I think they are really nice. These were my first deck by Doreen Virtue, and to be honest, I'd love to have all of them. King of Winter, look at this. This is another winter card, and I wish I could show you how nice the detail is, but these are just absolutely fabulous cards. Ace of Spring, and in this card here, there's this fairy here. It's hard to see the detail through my poor camera, but 8 of Autumn. This looks like a little girl with her grandmother. It's so pretty. So I love these cards. Like, there's a High Priestess card. There's an Experience card. There's Princess of Winter. Look at this white tiger right there. So all of the cards are pretty. I've done went through, like, can you believe it? I've done went through all of them, but like this many cards, there's still like about 30 to go. But all of them are pretty. How do you pick a favorite? There's Release, the Empress, 4 of Winter, 6 of Autumn, which I really love this one as well. Just something different about this card, but I love every card. I know last time I was going to do this video, and this is one I was going to show last time, but I guess my favorites keep changing. I know I showed this one in my last video, which never got posted because I'm not sure what happened, but it never got posted, and I believe I was interrupted, and then it just got all jumbled, and then something happened, and my video got erased, and I was so upset about it, but I'm back. So yes, I love this. There's more winter cards. There's the World card, like in Tarot. So it is a lot like Tarot. There's an Emperor card in here. There is an Emperor card. So, and then you have more of the cards. And then the backs of the decks, there's actually a front. One for like that's on the front, and she would be the Princess of Summer. There's Kings of Autumn, Springs of Autumn, the Sun, which is really cool. So I like all of these decks. I mean, 9 of Winter, I thought there was something special about this card with her looking out at the moon. But I mean, I just, you know, I guess that's about all I'll go through right now. So beautiful. You know, these would be great meditation pieces for winter. Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. I mean, there's not a card. I've not showed you all but like 20 cards here, so I'm going to stop at that, although I want to show you like some more, but you get the point. There's not a bad card one in this deck. I mean, they're all just beautiful. So I mean, I would definitely order this deck without a doubt, because it just gives you so much to go on. Just a lot like Tarot. And when I first got this, I was like, this is more like Oracle. It's more like Oracle because it's not so much as detailed as Tarot. But to be honest with you, it is a lot like Tarot. It's sort of like a cross. And I have other Oracle cards, and I have my Tarot decks. So I certainly have some Tarot decks that are not great. The Rider-Waite deck, I love, obviously. One of my favorites. But I have some other, actually most of the other tarot decks I find more like Oracle. This one I find sort of like a cross, because it does have a lot of it can be a lot into tarot, and it's sort of like a cross between Oracle and Tarot, but it does have a lot because it has the suits, and it can go into more detail than a lot of your Oracle cards can. So yes, I love these. I love them. Definitely pick these up if you can pick them up today. These are going to be worth money one day. So I'm sure a lot of people are picking up several boxes just so they can resell them one day off of eBay or something. But I thought about doing that myself, actually, the other day. I said, if I had a lot of money, I'll probably buy about 20 plus boxes of these and hold on to them because they'll be collectible. But yeah, I just was like, no. I'm happy with what I have here. This was actually gifted to me by a friend. I was actually considering buying this deck, and I'm so glad she sent me this, because at first I was like, okay, and I was actually very grateful, because nobody's ever sent me a deck. I had tears in my eyes. I'm very empathetic, and I was just like, oh my God, this is happening to me. Somebody's actually sending me a deck. I can't believe it. So I was very, very thankful. But at the same time, I didn't know how it would quite resonate with me. And you have to kind of, some decks you have to kind of bond with. So the first reading, I was like, it's okay. I said, I like some of these cards. Some of the cards, like the finance ones, I'm not so sure about if this is correct, really accurate deck for me. And then following few days, learning about the chat coming in, I'm like, oh, this is accurate for me. And I've drawn several more readings, and I just bond with this deck more every time I use it. And it's like a lot of decks. Some you can immediately connect with. It's like this. Others you just kind of connect with slowly. And this has been one for me where I've connected slowly, but it's built up. And now I have a really great bond with this deck. And again, it's 78 cards. You have a lot of information that you can go on. A lot of information. So about anything that you can ask for in life would pretty much be in this deck. Of course, I like having multiple decks, but it's fun. This also reminded me a lot of my aunt, who loves whimsical, and she loves fairies. She collects fairies. So, or she used to collect fairies. She's passed away, and love her so much. This really reminded me of her. She loved gnomes and fairies, and she also loved native things, and she used to make Cabbage Patch dolls and elves and things when I was a child, and it just takes me back. And she painted, and she would paint fairies and things like that in gardens. And a lot of the artwork here reminds me of her style and what she would like, and I absolutely love that. I'm starting to get into the whimsical stuff myself, so definitely right up my alley. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this review walkthrough, please subscribe, comment, and I will do more for you guys. Thank you so much for watching.